You're gay. Hello and welcome back, Ravers. This is season 3, episode 8 of Gay Rave, and I am the Gabby L. We have so much to talk about. First of all, I know I have gay voice again. It happens every time in the summer. Lots of screaming is going on, and so therefore you get my sexy radio voice, and hopefully it gets better by next week. Okay, so let's start off by talking about bingo last Friday. My first time in the Friday slot, and I did not throw away my shot. Not to quote Hamilton here. Listen, I only saw it once, and I am not a stan, but listen, they really said something when they said, don't throw away your shot. I heard that, and I said, okay, okay. So I arrive accurately on time, aka a little bit late. We get all set up. We're living our best life. The people are pouring in. Everyone's happy to see me. I take off my train outfit and I put on my little sexy outfit. Luckily, I was feeling God complex that Friday because typically I wake up and it's like, are we feeling God complex or body dysmorphia today? What are we feeling? And it was God complex. So I was wearing such a cute outfit. I was feeling so excited. And the sexy vibe started early, people. I was trying to set the tone. So a couple who met at bingo last month came and said, oh my God, we are in love. We're back. We met at bingo a month ago and now we are in love. Oh my God, just call me Patty Stanger, the millionaire matchmaker, because oh my God, I never thought that I would be destined for bringing people together in that way. But honestly, I shouldn't be shocked. After I heard that, it was absolutely written in the stars that I was going to do it again. So I did have two people make out, and it wasn't like I said you could if you wanted to, and they did. So it was a body shot situation, and someone was taking a lime out of the mouth, like in that way, and then they just start going for it. Okay, very sexy vibe. And then they did it again. I made them do a little sexy dance on each other. And guess what? Locking lips. I was like, secure it, secure it. So now know that if you come to bingo, this is a threat. You might find some love. Okay. You might find love. You might find a cheeky makeout. You might find somebody that you want to take home forever. Okay. Okay. So now people are in love and I feel really happy. I also got carried through the bar by a 5'2" mask person. And I said, describe me in 3 words. And they said, tall, funny, and loud. None of those charming, beautiful, spectacular, incredible, brilliant, none of those. Tall, funny, and loud. So that is the new way to describe me. If you're ever wondering, if you're ever seeking words, describe me, adjectives, use those 3. Okay. So that was Friday. Saturday was just also ridiculous. Softball in the afternoon, and then ended up at a salsa dancing class, and then ended up watching the All-Star game at a bar. I don't know. It all happened so fast. Sunday, I volunteer at the Ali Forney Center for unhoused LGBTQ youth. And we were working in the kitchen this weekend, and the clients said that my hash browns tasted lesbian. So that was really the icing on the cake of this weekend. And I also found the potential father of my kids, a fellow volunteer named Adam, a 30-year-old gay man who lives in Hell's Kitchen. Obviously. Okay, so you ever see a buff gay man and you start thinking like about his biology? You start thinking like, those teeth look good. He either had braces or he came that way. You're like, I wonder if if blood disease, I wonder if heart disease runs in the family, you know? So I started thinking, oh, but he kind of had like curly hair. He's like half Jewish, brown curly hair, tall, buff, just like me, obviously. So I was like, I don't think I would be like taking his seed as much as I think he could be a great representation of me as the seed with a partner. Like, I think the kid might come out having some resemblance to me if he was the father. That's all I'm saying. And he said he didn't want kids of his own. And I was like, maybe we can make this work. We did just meet for the first time, but I did proposition him. He seemed kind of medium about it, but I'll keep you guys in the loop if that ends up working out. Okay. Speaking of fathering children, other current event, Pete Davidson is having a child with his girlfriend, Elsie Hewitt, if anyone cares. Okay. So that's a current event, I guess, if that matters to you. Other current events, Emmy nominations dropped, and there are multiple gay people on it. Obviously, RuPaul, Mama Ru, had to come in with 10 nods. Happy for you, Rue. Proud of you. Did not watch All Stars this season. It seemed way too complicated to understand. I have been, keeping up a little bit just through the rumors, as they say, but not anything that I want to be understanding these sort of like rounds and the different ways that they're doing it. I cannot be responsible for that. Other people, Bella Ramsey, non-binary person. I think the first non-binary person to be nominated for multiple awards or have multiple nods. So Bella Ramsey from The Last of Us, Coleman Domingo for 4 seasons, Bowen Yang SNL, best hosts, RuPaul, Alan Cumming, and Kristen Kitsch. How am I going to decide? Not that they're asking, but hello, Kristen. I am so happy for you. Welcome to the club. Okay, let's move on to rave reviews. WNBA All Star Game, as I mentioned, was on Saturday. So Friday during bingo was like all the skills competition. So like skills competition, 3-point contest. You know that the New York Liberty had to show out my team. Natasha Cloud9 won the skills contest. Shout out Natasha Cloud and Sabrina Ionescu, our token straight, won the 3-point contest. I think this is her second time winning the 3-point contest. So shout out to New York Liberty for representing. I did watch the All Star game. It was like sort of a fun watch in the beginning, and then I was sort of nodding off because then it became like a 20-30 point differential, and I was like, this is actually depressing. But some other good news, some other tokens from the All Star weekend. They had Indianapolis looking like fucking Miami. They had it looking like Vegas. They were turning it out. Okay, so Paige Beckers of UConn, now Dallas Wings fame, finally fully out with girlfriend Izzy Fudd. So happy for them. I was giving them their time and space before, saying, if it's just speculated, if they haven't confirmed, let's leave them alone. But it is confirmed. So now we are not leaving them alone. And I'm so happy. Izzy Fudd is doing a 5th year at UConn. So we're going to have to do that support as well. And that they were fitted down looking so good. I am just so happy for them. AZ is also starting a podcast, Fun Around and Find Out. I think that's so cute. And I might listen to it, but it's giving, like 21-year-old with a mic. And I know that I'm 31 with a mic, but I'll listen for the page tea. Okay. I will listen for the page tea and to get outfit inspiration. All right, moving on. So something that pisses me off, and the WNBA All Star Game, like they have an orange carpet, like WNBA orange. So everyone comes, fitted down. Like they are dressed up. Some people get those sponsorships. Angel Reese always comes like absolutely dripping in, what is she? Is it Fendi? Yeah, it's the one with all the F's on it. I think she was like dripped down in Fendi. And sometimes it pisses me off because, like I said last week, the fits can be incredibly fire. But sometimes when these people hit the carpet in these fits, they look like they are in line at the DMV. They're holding their bag like in front of them. They're holding their bag like they're walking to class. What are we doing? Strike a pose. Stand up, girl. Come on, give me face, give me something. I know you've posed for a photo before. Give me something. Don't just let the clothes wear you, please. You have designers. You are literally getting your photo taken. Please do something. Pick up the bag. Do a duck face. I don't care. Go on, give me something, okay? That's what I have to say. Okay, I'm gonna stop complaining because I am happy for them. I think they look amazing. Some other news slash rave reviews. Marina Mabrey, who is a notorious hater, so has been in the league for like 5-6 years. A pretty good player, I will say. A pretty good player. White woman, 28 years old, I think, plays for the Connecticut Sun. Hates playing for the Connecticut Sun. Hates it very much. Okay, but she's one of those people who's like born a hater. Like has the stank face, warrants a like very polarizing response. And listen, she's never showing up in a fit. Like typically she's showing up looking like a scrub, and that's what pisses me off about her. Like she's a pretty good player, but when she was in Unrivaled, when we were in Miami watching Unrivaled, and when she was technically on the team, but she was injured, so she was coming to support the team. She was showing up to support her team in Miami, looking like the girls who would walk the mile with me in high school. She had her high bun, or maybe she just showered, wet, dry, whatever it was, high bun, yoga pants, like the ones that fold over, slippers, a cami, no bra, probably a cigarette somewhere in there. She was literally looking like cigarette mom. She was looking like those girls walking that mile with me. You know that it would not meet the 15-minute criteria. And so that why she kind of pisses me off a little bit, but she is actually in my good favor now because now she's dating a woman. She hated Connecticut so bad. She hates playing for the Sun so badly. Connecticut is making her so miserable. I'm pretty sure she lives in Mohegan Sun where they play. I'm pretty sure they have her held up in there. She did something to live for so bad that now she's gay. Now she's dating Sanaya Rivers, who also plays for the Connecticut Sun, who, mind you, is like 22 years old, like just graduated college. But you know what? I guess I'll let this slide. They were mic'd up at the All-Star game. They had some pretty funny commentary. I will take it. Okay. Speaking of funny commentary, the fucking stud buds, these two WNBA players, Courtney Williams and Natasha Heidemann, have a show, like a streaming a Twitch show called Stud Buds, and they dye their hair pink. Like they are truly stud royalty of the WNBA, and they're fucking hilarious. They made WNBA All Star Weekend so funny. The way they were like interviewing, they were on the carpet, they were interviewing the players, and I hate to say it, I would smash. I hate to say it, but I would. Like, I know, like, if you take each person individually, I'd probably, only do Courtney Williams. But they just, like, together, I just think they're so sweet and they're best friends. Like, these two little studs on the same team. They're on the Minnesota Lynx. And they are just giving a lot of energy. And I love that for them. Okay. So go support, go follow. Should I buy merch? Since I'm in my spending money for no reason bag. Okay. Moving on. Speaking of stud buds, another rave review is Obama was recently on a podcast saying that men need gay friends to be good people. Specifically, he said young men need diverse friends and role models in order to be well-rounded men. And they were like, men shouldn't just have like one father figure in their life. Like they need uncles and like friends with fathers and like other role models. Like you need diverse friends, like friends of different cultures. You need like women, you need gay people, like you need diverse friends to be like well-rounded and good men. And I was sort of like, okay, you're making a point, but now who here is going to befriend a young man? Who among us is going to befriend a young man? It's not going to be me. Like I hear what you have to say, but I did my time. I have my gaggle of young men. I also have my band of 25-year-old lesbians trying to smash. What's next? Okay, what next? I have enough on my hands, okay? I'm trying to think about which of the stud buds I'm trying to smash. I got these 25-year-olds in my DMs. I got these 39-year-olds in my DMs. There is no sweet spot, people. I don't have time to educate these young men on what it's like to be a good person. Oh my God. Okay. So speaking of gay people making the world a better place. I am the queen of segues today. I'm just saying. So, the guy who invented the high five was gay. And I actually am so happy that I learned this fun fact because I knew that the high five was gay this whole time. Like, I knew high fiving is so gay. Like, it is like, oh my God, smack. Like it is really gay coded. And I always felt this way. I always said that. So apparently the guy, wait, why did I not write his name down? Did I really not write his name down? Hold on one second. Who invented its name? Reggie? Okay, it's like Glenn Burke. Glenn Burke. Okay, his name is Glenn Burke. So yes, Glenn Burke played for 4 seasons on the Dodgers, the LA Dodgers. And he didn't come out until after he invented the high five. So he hit his 30th home run of the year in 1977, and as he was rounding home, someone was holding out their hand and he smacked it. And that created the high five. And it actually was a gay signifier in like LA and San Francisco at the time. He came out in 1982 after leaving the majors, but still, he said that like some people on the team knew that he was gay and like they were kind of chill about it. So high fiving started as a gay thing, and to this day, it is still gay. If you are high fiving me, that is a gay thing to do, and it is sort of a signal to me saying that you are open or may be signaling to me that you know something. Okay. It's sort of like a wink in a way. Okay. So congratulations to him. Let me find his name one more time so we can give him a quick shout out. I really need to stop. Okay. Glenn Burke. Shout out to Glenn. And none for Gretchen Wieners. Bye. Moving on to grave reviews. I heard about this the other day. Merritt brought this up on our group chat, and I didn't want to believe it was true, but it is. Dworking is real. It's called like dworking, it's dick twerking, and apparently young men are doing this. These the same young men who need friends and role models. This is why. This is why we have strayed so far from God's light. If you're trying to find God's light, looking for God's light in this world is like looking for rain in this drought. Useless and disappointing. The idea of men with paying jobs setting up their phone to do this. It's unsettling. So that is something I think it actually is more gay people than non, but I guess it's like a thing that young men are doing to thirst trap people. I don't know what that's doing for anybody, but okay. I do think that is a grave review though, because it's giving nothing. Okay. Speaking of things that men do that are unsettling, Bobby Flay was just on, I think he was Jimmy Kimmel's show, and he said that Beat Bobby Flay is being made into a musical coming to Broadway. Who asked for this? Who in their right mind, in all seriousness, was asking for this? And you know what he said? He was like, I think the perfect person to play me as Bobby Flay in Beat Bobby Flay, the musical, or BBF as they call it on the Food Network, Beat Bobby Flay, is Justin Timberlake. And I actually thought that this was so funny because the fact that Bobby Flay is like, oh my God, need Justin Timberlake to play me, like trying to compliment himself and his attractiveness and his talent, is actually such a hilarious joke that he's not even in on, because he picked somebody who was already like the mayor and all of the patrons of Flop City, and he is like currently canceled. It actually makes so much sense that he would pick Justin Timberlake, because he is already like the driver of the flop bus and all of the people sitting on it. Like that is it. And now it's going to be the two of them. I find that actually quite accurate. Very astute observation, Bobby Flay. Okay. So, grave review, BBF the musical. I might see it, but no one's asking for it. And one last thing, while we're talking about things that no one asked for, barbecue brisket Whopper at Burger King. Is this what the studies are saying? Is this what the research is saying? I just don't totally know. I don't totally know if this is what the surveys are saying, the market research is saying. I know they're the first, but the first of one, because I don't know if anyone's going to copy this, because I don't know if this is going to catch on. Okay. So that's what I have to say to that. Okay. Next, can I say something? Can I say something? Is the Coldplay cheating scandal that happened this week? Oh my God, there are very few things that make Twitter worth having these days, but that day was not one of them, because the internet was so good on the day that the CEO of the startup Astronomer and his head of HR were caught on camera at a Coldplay show cheating on their mutual spouses. Okay. So Coldplay at one point in their show goes and pans the camera to people who are hugging or holding. It's like a kiss cam situation, but it's supposed to be like, bringing love to the space. Like that's like Coldplay's whole vibe. Chris Martin is also going through a breakup with Dakota Johnson. So he just needs to, like, through osmosis, take their love and bring it into his heart, because it is currently vacant. Feel that deeply. Okay. So the CEO and their head of HR were at this show. They were truly holding like Jack and Rose. And when I heard that this was a show in Boston, that's exactly how I knew. When I heard it was in Boston, I said I knew these were bad people, because Boston representation is white pride parade, straight pride parade. That is always the energy that we get from Bostonians. Okay. So 2 millionaires at this Coldplay concert. Now they are a like fan cam at baseball games. Like at all of these like baseball games, they're doing Coldplay cam, and then they pan the camera to people and they start like dodging so that no one sees them, because the critical error that these 2 millionaires made when they were caught holding each other on camera, they immediately just like broke away. He like ducked down, she was trying to like tuck and roll out of the camera, like they fully like pushed each other away and were getting out of sight so that no one would see them, but it was far too late. It made it way too hot. Okay. And maybe it's the push that they needed to finally tell their families that they want to be together, but also maybe not. I find this scandal rookie level cheating. He is 52. Sorry, he is 50 and she is 52. Both of them married. She's the head of HR. having an affair with the CEO of this company. Listen, sexy vibes in HR. I've been saying that. Okay? But like I said, rookie level cheating because you're in your young 50s. If somebody's pulling out a camera, you should be going to the bathroom. You should already be taking a seat, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, go get some food. I just don't understand. You are too young to be caught in this way. I feel like if you are cheating, you just need to do a better job. If you see that they're doing a like lovers cam and you're holding somebody who isn't your partner and you're cheating, be like, gotta pee. Time for a refill. Maybe I'm gonna take a seat because they're in a box. They're in a box, probably at the TD Garden. I just feel as if I don't feel that bad. I do think that it's rookie level cheating, and he did ultimately step down as CEO because apparently his actions weren't in line with the company's vision or whatever. And I'm sure she's also fired too. But that's fine. That's fine with me. That's all I have to say. Okay. Moving on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have two. One goes out to the person who carried me at bingo. So her name is Lucy. She is a 5'2", sort of like mask ish, maybe like a little footchy gay. And so I am 5'9 3/4", and I was wearing probably 3 or 4 inch heels. So I am at this point towering, as we mentioned, tall, funny, loud. And I said, your dare is to carry me up and down the bar. And so first she tries, listen, this person, 5'2", probably 130 pounds soaking wet, right? But she seems to have a lot of confidence. I let her go for it. Listen, like I said, God complex. You want to take my 175 ass across this bar? Go off. Go off. Okay. So she starts by thinking that she's going to carry me in front of her, as if, like newlyweds carry them into the room. This is the only example I can think of. When you pick somebody up, you swoop them up from the front, you carry them in the bedroom or whatever. So that's what she tried at first. The the size difference alone in the first attempt, I was almost as tall as her. Like I feel like my dimensions, I was so close to the ground in her arms, that was never going to work. Okay. So next we think maybe piggyback, like maybe I get on her back. And we almost try that because I can essentially step onto her back with my height at this point. And then we're like, no, my legs are basically touching the ground and it's like we're going to fall forward. So then she decides on a fireman carry. She's like, listen, I can do it. I do roller derby. So I have really strong legs. I think I can do it. I was like, okay, then let's see it. So she's like, okay, you just stand here. You sort of flop over my shoulder. Her shoulder is like maybe 4 or 5 inches wide. Okay. My body, it is wider than 4 or 5 inches if you haven't seen me. So she tries to do it. I flop over, instantly crashes to the ground. I mean, the footage of this whole event is existent, and we'll get to that in my second. I'm sorry. So she's fully on the ground. I am also now on the ground. And so we stand up and she's like, okay, let's try this again. She popped right up. She was like, okay, yep, this is right. But instead of you folding over, like you need to sort of like get high and then I will stay standing straight. So we finally get there and she does carry me about halfway across the bar and back. And it was very impressive. But if I was her teammate on this roller derby thing and this person was carrying a 175-pound woman across the bar, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, I know your quads and hammies are not going to be ready for our roller derby game tomorrow. What are you doing? You did not that you know that you would be doing CrossFit at bingo. But yeah, no, she really did it. And I was very impressed, but also I am very sorry because that was quite a moment. Many attempts were had, and I'm very glad it worked out. But Jesus Christ, okay? I can't beg people to be self preserving. You've got to do it yourself. I also am sorry to Desi because Desi posted that entire video on Instagram from the attempt at the front carry, the attempt at the fireman carry, the piggyback, and then the final thing. The entire probably 90-second sequence on Instagram. I did not see it. But I went to bed at probably 2 a.m., got up at 10 a.m. for softball, and Desi texts me at probably 8 a.m. Like, hey, good morning. I'm usually awake. And I don't text them back because I am, how you say, sleeping. and they thought I was mad at them. They thought that I was awake but not responding because I was upset with them because they had posted this video, so they deleted it, but not before many folks had seen. So then they started texting our friends like, "You gotta check up on Gab. Like, I think she's upset." Girl, that I was just sleeping. It is totally okay. And so I do think I have to post the video for all of you to see. Like, it is too rich to not show you, but it is mortifying. So I'm sorry to Des that I was sleeping and didn't text you back. I am not mad, but it is really, it's a tough watch. So those are my I'm sorries. Song of the week is Bags by Clairo. Can't get out of my head. It's just there. And Sexy to Someone. Absolutely love it. Okay. That is all for me. Let's hope my voice comes back. I will see you next week. This has been Gay Rave. I am the Gabby L, and the L is for, say it with me, love you. Bye.
That's what she said. And you know what? What was that? Okay, James.